Hey guys, it's Jake here again and welcome back to my channel. If you are watching this video, that means you are getting ready to apply for your British citizenship. In this video, I will be telling you every single detail that you need to know if you are applying for your British citizenship via your indefinite leave to remain route. I know this video is a bit lengthy, but it is definitely worth your patience and definitely worth the watch. If you find this video helpful, then please don't forget to give it a like, and if you want to have more informational videos like this, then do subscribe to my channel. So without any further ado, let's begin. There are 4 ways by which you can be eligible to apply for British citizenship. The first one is if you were born in the UK. Number 2 is if you are a civil partner or married to a British citizen. 3, if you have a settled status under the EU settlement scheme. And number 4 is if you have your indefinite leave to remain. So this video is going to focus on the indefinite leave to remain pathway. Why would you apply for citizenship if you already have an indefinite leave to remain? Well, there are certain benefits that citizenship provides that ILR does not. So what are these benefits? So number 1, you will have the right to live in the UK forever. Since you've been here in the UK, I'm pretty sure you are aware that anything can change at any time. But with British citizenship, you can stay in the UK for as long as you want. Second is you have a right to hold a British passport. This passport is ranked as number 7 in all the passports in the world for being the most powerful, and it allows you to go to 190 countries visa free. So if you like traveling, then it's definitely worth applying for citizenship. Third, as a citizen, you will have full civic rights. That means you have the right to vote, not just for local, but also national elections, and you can also stand for public office. Fourth, you will have free NHS medical care. So in comparison to if you are in a working visa, even though for the 3 years that you are working, you don't really pay the NHS if you get hospitalized, but if you renew your visa, then you will have to pay the health surcharge. But if you are a citizen, then you no longer need to pay any health surcharge. You can go to the NHS hospital and have free medical treatment. Fifth is you will have no more restrictions about your rights to work here in the UK. On your Tier 2 visa, you are restricted to work only in the profession that was approved for you to come into the UK. But once you become a citizen, you can have any profession or any work that you want. If you wanted to say change profession because nursing is too hard or it's too stressful, which it is, and yes, you can do that as a British citizen. Sixth benefit is that you will have no restrictions in terms of traveling abroad. As a citizen, you can stay out of the country for as long as you want. In comparison, if you have indefinite leave to remain or ILR, the maximum amount of time you can stay outside the country is 2 years. If you go beyond 2 years outside the country, then you will have to reapply for a returning resident visa. Seventh benefit is with regards to your children's citizenship. So for this benefit, any child born in the UK will automatically be a British citizen. If you, for example, go abroad and you gave birth, let's say in the Philippines or in Spain or wherever, then you can still apply for that child to become a British citizen. Now let's talk about your eligibility requirements via the ILR route. Number 1, you must have lived in the UK for 12 months after getting your ILR status approved. Number 2, you must be over 18 years old. Number 3, you must be able to prove that you were physically in the United Kingdom exactly 5 years before your application date. Your application date will depend on your manner of applying. So if you're doing your application online, the Home Office will receive your application on the same day that you click submit. If you are doing it by post, the date of the application will be the date when they receive the envelope that contains your application form. Number 4, you need to pass the Life in the UK test. But because you already did this in your indefinite leave to remain, then you don't have to take another test. So if you took the Life in the UK test in the old process where you have a paper result, then you can upload that and you can put the result number during the application. If you were on the new process where you only get the online result, then you can use the result number for that as well. Number 5, the Home Office must be able to determine that you intend to continue living in the UK. Number 6, you must be of good character. So hopefully by the time you made this application, you don't have any criminal offenses and you haven't had your license revoked for any profession that you are in. In order to prove that you are of good character, the application will ask you for 2 referees. These 2 persons must have known you for at least 3 years. One of them must be of professional standing. The UK government has a certain list of recognized professions that can serve as your referee. For your convenience, I will put the link down in the video description, so you just click it and have a look what these professions are. This professional person does not need to have a British passport as long as he or she knows you for 3 years or more. The second referee must be a British citizen who is 25 years old or is a professional. So let's say they are 23 years old, but they are already a nurse, a teacher, then that is fine. Number 7, you must have lived in the UK for 5 years before your application date. So for those in the ILR route, this is already a given, because before you apply for ILR, you were meant to be here 5 years before the ILR. So this is already granted for you. Number 8, you must not exceed the limit for the time spent outside UK during the last 5 years. So the first requirement for time limits is you must not have spent more than 450 days outside UK in the last 5 years. So this is a cumulative counting. It doesn't have to be a continuous 450-day period. If, for example, when you count 5 years back from the date that you are planning to apply, and you count your vacation or holiday days, and it's actually 460 days, then you will need to wait maybe 1 or 2 more weeks until you go past your oldest date outside the UK, so that the counting can be less than 450 days. The second time requirement is that you should not have spent more than 90 days outside UK in the last 12 months before your application date. Again, this is a cumulative counting. Number 9, in order to apply, of course, there is a fee. How much are you going to pay? As of the time of making this video, the current British Citizenship Application fee is £1,330 with an additional £19.20 for your biometric information. If you have met all of those requirements that I've just mentioned, then you are ready and very much eligible to apply for your citizenship. For this section of the video, I am going to tell you the timeline which I experienced during my own citizenship application. It's basically the step-by-step process of the application. So once I knew I was ready and eligible, the first thing I did is fill in the online application form. I will put the link below in the description for your convenience. After submitting the online application, I was then redirected to the UK VCAS website where, number 2, I booked my UK VCAS face-to-face appointment for biometric check. Now, there are free appointments, but they are very much limited. So if you don't want to wait too long, you don't have to, but you have to pay a certain fee. It will differ depending on the UK VCAS center that is closest to you. For my own application, I had to pay £110 in order to get the appointment 2 weeks later after I did my online application. While waiting for your face-to-face appointment, you need to upload your evidences and your documents to your UK Visas and Citizenship Application Service account or your UK VCAS account. Step number 4, I then went to my UK VCAS face-to-face appointment for biometrics and for documents check. For my own experience, I had it in South Croydon, and I actually have a separate video for that from my experience on that day, so have a look on that one. Step number 5 is actually to do nothing. That is to wait for the decision. You may be waiting between 3 to 6 months before you get your decision. And this may also be extended depending on events such as the pandemic that happened, or if there's anything that will happen in the future, then this waiting time may be longer. During this period, while you are waiting for your decision, if anything changes, any vital information changes, for example, you get married, so you change your family name, or you change your address, you need to contact Home Office so that they can update your details on the system before they give you your decision. Step number 6 is you get your decision finally. You will have an email that looks like this, and there you are. The email will basically tell you that your citizenship application has been approved and now you must book a citizenship ceremony. And that is step number 7, which is to book and to attend your British citizenship ceremony. I have a video of that as well, of my actual British citizenship ceremony, which I had in the town hall of Islington. So if you want to check that out, I'll put the link here. Step number 8, so you've had your ceremony where they give you your citizenship certificate already. So that is now your proof of your status here in the UK. So the ILR card is no longer valid. So step number 8 is to send your ILR card back to the Home Office. This needs to be done within 5 days of your citizenship ceremony date. Okay, that's very important. You need to cut your BRP or your ILR card into 4 pieces and put it in a windowless envelope with a note saying the reason why you are returning your card. As for myself, I wrote there, to whom it may concern, I am now a British citizen, thus I am returning my BRP. So that's it. If you don't return your ILR card within 5 days of your ceremony, apparently you will be fined £1,000. Now, I've never seen or heard someone who had this penalty just yet. Whether this is actively implemented or not, I'm not really sure, but it's better to be safe than to lose out on £1,000. So better send that card back. Step number 9 is now you go online and apply for your British passport. And just a tip as well, you don't have to go into a photo booth or to a photo studio in order to have a photo to include in your application. For myself, I did a selfie and it worked. So I will create a video for that as well. So keep an eye and make sure you're subscribed to my channel. And step number 10 is receive your blue British passport. And that's it. Congratulations. For this section of the video, I will tell you certain details which you may not have at hand at all times, but are actually necessary for you to complete your online application. So my advice is watch this section, get all the details I will mention in this section before you actually open up the link to do your online application. Otherwise, you will be pausing and you will be saving and coming back to your application. So if you want it to be a smooth one-off process, then make sure you have all of this information. Now, the easiest way to fill in your online application is to retrieve a copy of your ILR application. 90% of the questions asked are exactly the same as your ILR application. In addition to that, make sure you prepare your passport, your ILR card, and a national identity card from your previous country. Okay, get your pen and paper ready. These are the information that you need. So number one, you need to list your addresses for the last 5 years, complete addresses. Number two, your national insurance number. Number three, you will need your parents' full name, date of birth, town of birth, country of birth, country of nationality, and you need to know if they've always had the same nationality. If they've changed nationality, then you have to know what was the previous nationality. Number four, you need to get the details of your trips or travels outside the UK, including the date you left UK and the date you came back to the UK. You will also need to put in the country and the reason for that travel. Number five, you will need your chosen referee's details. Now, there are 7 things that you actually need to ask them. So before you do your online application, give them a call and ask them all of these details. So the first one is their full name as it appears on their passport. Number two is their date of birth. Number three are their complete addresses for the last 3 years. Number four, their phone number or contact number. Five is their email address. Six, you will need their passport numbers. And number seven, how long they have known you. For this part, you can explain this in a free text manner. So you can type in sentences how the person knows you. So for me, for example, I had one of my senior nurses as my referee. So I just put there, she is my charge nurse in the ward that I'm working in at the moment. And we've known each other for 5 years now. Okay, sixth information that you need is your employment details. First, you need the name, the address of your employer, and your occupation. Second, you need to remember or retrieve the exact date, your exact start date as per your contract. And number three, your tax reference number. This information can be found in your payslip. The seventh information is optional, but if you have this, then it will make the process easier because they can just retrieve your previous application details. So that information is your previous application reference number. So if you are able to retrieve your ILR application copy, then it will be on the top right hand corner of the form and it says there your unique application number. And if you say yes, that you have a previous application reference number, then you will also need to write the date that you had your fingerprints taken for that application. For the last section of this video, I will be showing to you the exact documents I've uploaded for my own application and the categories where I put them in. For a list of the minimum documents that you need to provide, this will be listed at the end on the very last page of your citizenship application summary. So this is how the last page of your application summary looks like. You can pause this video and read this part here. For proof of application type, I uploaded my latest passport. For residents in the UK, I uploaded all of my passports, including the old ones. I also uploaded the different visas that I used since I came here to the UK. And lastly, I uploaded a copy of my rota, which proves that I was working and I was here in the UK 5 years before the application date. For proof of identity and travel history section, I uploaded my national identity card, which for me was the Unified Multipurpose ID from the Philippines. And I also uploaded all the flight confirmations for all my travels outside of UK within the last 6 years. You can see the passport there, but you don't really need to upload it again on this section. For sponsor and employment section, as you can see, I did not upload any certificate of employment. Instead, I uploaded my payslips for the last 3 months before my application date. I also uploaded my P60 for every single year that I was employed in my hospital. But obviously, this is just me being OCD. You don't have to put in your P60. There are a lot of people I know who did not do this and still got their application approved. For the educational section, I uploaded my Life in the UK test, past notification letter back in 2019, and my IELTS test report form. Now, very important, you don't need to take IELTS again. You can use the same IELTS result in your online application. Please do not say that your degree was taught in English because that would cost you more money. What you can do is to say that you've had a previous visa approved with an English language requirement. For the other document types, here I uploaded my referee declarations. At the end of your online application, you will be redirected and you will be able to download these forms which your referees need to sign, and you have to scan it and upload it back in your UK VCAS account. Now, there are certain guidelines that you need to follow when you are uploading the documents, and they are as follows. To sum it all up, guys, the British Citizenship Application is actually not very hard, especially if you've got an old copy of your ILR application. Just make sure that you have all the information I've mentioned before you actually sit down and fill in the online application form. So that wraps up this British Citizenship Application video. I hope that this video was helpful to you. If you've forgotten something, you can always look back and watch this video again. If you liked this video and you think this was helpful, please help me by giving it a like and sharing it to your friends who might also need this information. And if you want more informational videos in the future, then be sure to subscribe to my channel. If you've got any questions, please do not hesitate to ask by writing down below in the comment section, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. I wish you all the best in your citizenship application, and I hope to see you soon in my next video. Thank you guys. Have a good day. Bye.